Hey folks, it's Nick Granville. So thanks so much to everybody who's subscribed lately, and thanks to those who've stuck around. This is Guitar Daily. This is what I do every day, is post on YouTube. About gear, guitars, music, theory, all kinds of stuff. So if you like what you're seeing, please subscribe. And if you've already subscribed, then thank you very much. Hit the notification bell, all that kind of stuff. Give me a like, whatever you can do. Share the videos. That all helps with spreading the message of what I'm trying to do here, which is, kind of create a community around guitar and music. Thought today what I talk about is an approach to overdriving sounds. So what you heard at the beginning there was essentially a dead clean amp, and I just hit it really hard with the spark booster. Now that's an extra 20 dB into the front of the amp. What happens by doing that is you're now clipping the front end rather than like a overdrive pedal to create distortion. This doesn't create any distortion, it's just clean boost, right? But you get a very different kind of response. See how the kind of way it's breaking up in the bottom end, like like an amp would, and that's what happens. I'll do you the same thing. I'm going to turn the pedal off this time, and I'm going to balance the volume. So this is the amp kind of balanced for volume, perceivably. This is clean. Now I'm going to do the exact same thing, but this time I'm going to hit it harder with this 20 dB in front, and then I'll balance the volume. So I brought the volume down to match. So as you'll see there, it's kind of, the only way I can really describe it is it has this spongy kind of feel. If you've ever sat in front of a Tweed Deluxe cranked up, that's kind of what happens. The bottom end kind of goes a little bit, or gets a little bit angry, but in a good way. And a really cool way of playing is just this. This is probably the most valuable thing you have on your guitar, is just the volume control, right? So if I start with that tone, maybe even... right, and then just bring the volume down to 6, say. It's not that different from that clean sound I had before I was hitting it with the boost up front. You can see it's a different character, but it's essentially the same kind of flavor. And then if you want to kick it up a little bit, you just change your volume. Now, what happens if you do the same thing but into an already overdriven amp? Right. So here's my Marshall model. Right, now I'm going to hit it with the 20 dB. What I find so interesting about that approach is, we were hitting a clean amp before and pushing it into a little bit of clip. Now we've got a sound that's already distorted, but we're hitting it pretty hard on the front end, extra 20 dB in the front. What happens is it doesn't really get any louder, does it? It's not louder, it's actually not even that different a tone. It's just kind of more, it's already compressed because it's an overdriven tone to start with, so it's got that natural compression going on. But what happens is you just get more sustain and more sing. And of course there's all kinds of varying levels. I'm hitting it with the max here for full example. But you might want to, when you're practicing and playing, is just experiment with, say, halfway and see what does it sound like when I boost it with that. I like to think about that way when I run overdrives. I very rarely just use one overdrive pedal if I'm using my board. Usually it's 2. And I have one which has got a bit of gain and one which is really, in a lot of ways, a clean boost. And with that clean boost pedal, I like the ones that have maybe they reduce the bottom end a little bit. Like a tube screamer can work really good for that. They kind of mid-range punch and remove the bottom end for that second pedal roll, because it'll just tighten up what's going on. With this, it's just clean volume. And that's cool too, right? Especially on a Strat style neck pickup, that works really well. So I hope that's been useful to you. If it has, please subscribe. As I mentioned, I post every day on YouTube. And if there's stuff you want to see, leave them in the comments below. Steve Vai t-shirt. What do you think? I saw him in Wellington. So good. Man, it was awesome, man. I got to hang with him afterwards, which was really nice. The Ibanez guys organised that, so I got to. And he was very gracious and good with his time, and what a cool cat. Anyway, so I post every day, and if you like what I'm doing, then please share it with people who are into the same sort of stuff, so help me spread the word. Anyway, I'll play you out, and I'm going to go back to that clean sound and neck pickup, because, really that's my favourite pickup on this sort of guitar. And let's go about 3/4. Let's try that. See how expressive that tone is? I just dig that. So thanks so much. It's one of my favorite tones, is that edge of breakup kind of thing. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow. Cheers.